Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Why do some famous people like Elon Musk demand so much that humanity must go to Mars? Why should we pour billions of dollars into such a long-term, dangerous, and risky journey when we have many challenges yet to solve down here on Earth? All those are valid questions, and in this article, I'm going to try to do my best to convince you that there are enough reasons for humankind to invest in creating a colony on Mars where we can live. Let's get to it. Look for life on Mars. Finding life on another planet would be the greatest scientific discovery of our lifetimes. It would help us better understand the conditions that are necessary for the development of life and maybe solve the yet unresolved mystery of how life started on Earth. While the unmanned rovers that we have sent to Mars have made progress on the search for life on the red planet, like the Curiosity River finding traces of methane, there is still no concrete evidence that there is or there ever were life forms on Mars. It is very likely we will not find the kind of definitive evidence we want until we go and look for it ourselves. Develop new forms of transportation. In order to make it efficient for humans to travel back and forth between Earth and Mars, we will need to develop new forms of transportation. One of the main challenges is making rockets that can be used for multiple trips instead of being disposable. These rockets will greatly reduce the cost of launching a spaceship and will make it more viable for us to travel between planets. We will also need to develop vehicles that work on Mars. The fuel engines most Earth cars and vehicles use won't work on Mars due to its atmosphere. Mars gravity will also be a challenge. Mars has about 1/3 the gravity of Earth, so any vehicles that are used on Mars will have to be designed so they don't end up floating aimlessly every time they run into a bump on the road. Can you imagine what other new kinds of transportation we will invent on Mars? How would a Martian train or airplane work? Hey, with Mars gravity maybe we will all finally be able to use personal jetpacks to move around as they'd need less propulsion. To see Earth from Mars. Did you know that you can see Earth and the Moon in the Martian night sky? Just like we can sometimes see Mars at night without a telescope, it would also be possible to observe our home from the red planet with the naked eye. Both Earth and the Moon look like two bright stars on Mars. You would be able to see them for 6 to 12 hours at night because the day-night cycle of Mars is very similar to Earth's. A day on Mars is about 24 hours and 37 minutes. The Curiosity rover has already sent us photos of Earth and the Moon in the Martian sky. To make technology that improves our day-to-day life. One of the criticisms for space exploration is that a lot of money is invested that could be used for other pressing challenges that we have now instead of later. Not only is this wrong, NASA's budget is less than half a percentage point of the US spending plan, but it doesn't take into account all the side benefits that developing new technology creates. When new things are invented for space, sometimes it turns out the technologies also have fantastic use cases for other industries. This tech trickles down and improves our day-to-day lives. Some major examples are things that were invented for the Apollo missions to the Moon and that are now used everywhere. Maybe the best examples of this are modern solar panels and integrated circuits, which weren't invented by NASA, but they were perfected to be used on the missions. Some other inventions include freeze-dried foods, breathing masks that are now used by firefighters around the globe, water purification technology, improvements in battery life, spring tires, the motors that are now used by every portable vacuum cleaner on the planet, and many others. NASA has a Minizet where they keep track of all these. To enjoy the view in space. Who hasn't dreamed about going to space? It's the ultimate trip for anyone who has looked at the stars and wondered what's out there. Just the view from the window would be worth the trip. For some of us, a trip from Earth to Mars takes about 7 months with our current technology, so you would have plenty of time to enjoy the view. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay updated on our latest content.